Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog. What I want to talk to you, this video is about the Blue Jays. Well, I'm not gonna tell you the score of the game because frankly they suck. The Blue Jays are not playing good, so that's trash. And I have some important events. I'm currently planning a fundraiser for Autism Speaks Canada. Oh, I better not poke myself. Autism Speaks Canada. If I can show you more clearly, this is what I have to plan. Let me just read it out to you guys. Hi, Autism Speaks, Bubly Smile Stand Organizer. Yeah, I'm organizing this stand basically. Well, I'm going to sell these bubbly sparkling soda or sparkling water, if it's called sparkling water. Look, I have an entire package. I won't show you my address, but this bubbly smile stand is brought to you by PepsiCo Canada. So it's from the same guys who make my favorite drinks, such as Coke Zero and Coca-Cola products, and I'm planning something. Maybe it will be outside in the community, so I can get enough fundraiser to fundraise enough money for Autism Speaks Canada, because I know some people who are directly affected by this autism. My friend's child is affected by autism. Autism is this. What I know about autism is this. Autism, it has two forms of autism. One is the what is called autism spectrum disorder, and number two, my neighbor, if you guys don't know, I keep it private because it was a family wedding. I have a family friend who lives across not even across the street, in front of our house. He was truly autistic, non-verbal. Number one, he was non-verbal. And number two, when you have an autistic son, they get reckless and they start damaging your room. So what my family friend does is they send him outside because autism, those people need to get out, and for non-verbal, you don't know what he's saying, if it's thirsty, hot, humid, you don't know. So you have to be constantly with that boy, because the boy that I'm speaking of, and I have two people that I know. One is family friend, and one is of my former educational assistant. Her son is autism autistic, like non-verbal, and I haven't met the kid, but I've heard that he often gets into fight with his younger brother. So his autism is God given. Um, for you for you guys who don't know what Bubly is, I have a blown up picture right here. If I can show it to you, it's right here. This is Bubly, this is the cherry, and this is the lime Bubly. There are more flavors. There is red, green, I think there's an orange, yellow, and probably five flavors. The red, green, yellow, the red, green, yellow, and orange, and I think pink, and those are the only versions of Bubly that I can think of off the top of my head. And this would be great for my resume, because I know this children's festival in Markham, and also I'm part of the local Liberal Party of Markham. The local MPP, I know her. I go to her every night on Tuesdays. It's basically my introduction to government, because I'm interested in government, mostly getting people with special needs hired instead of the struggle with Ontario. Number one, they don't hire people with disabilities. Most places they hire people with special needs, but it's very limited in Ontario. You know why it's limited? Because I don't know, Ontario is like, what, 152 years old? Sorry, not Ontario. Toronto is Toronto is 152 years old, and the age is showing, like, come on. I know places in Vancouver and some in the States that are more accessible than Ontario. Part-time, I work in a building which is AODA standard, the accessibility for Ontarians with disabilities, such as your boy. And I know some people in the government of Ontario, like Ottawa. I love the city, man. I like it more than I do Markham, which is a thriving community. But what matters to me is if I get a job in a government agency. That would be nice, as the disability commissioner or advocate for people with special needs. You know what? If they have autism, then I can understand that they need to be watched and they need to be taken care of. Who knows? Maybe if I meet Shauna, maybe she tells me, Yo Ray, can you? She won't say Yo Ray, she will say Mr. Rashid. No, I don't know what she would say, but she would say, Mr. Rashid, can you watch after my son William? He has autism, like the violent form of autism. You need to like my experience with this boy. I see every morning he boards a bus and he wears like a harness because that boy tends to run. I'm not saying William. William is a small little boy, but I'm talking about a 14-year-old boy that lives just 14, not even 14 seconds by walking. It's literally as soon as you enter this neighborhood, it's the front house. He has grown up to be a 14-year-old boy and he needs a harness with those. He needs to be boarded down. What I mean by boarded is he has a harness like this, and connected right here is a clip. It's like those climbing harnesses. They have the clip, and you can clip him to the seat because बेचारा वो person needs बंदा है. I mean, if it wasn't for Canada, then in Pakistan, autistic people get made fun of. And so Canada, we welcome them with open arms. So thank you. Thanks to Canada. Should I say cheers, Canada? I really like your appreciation, and I love this country of Canada. It's freedom. You can do whatever you want. You won't get judged. Whether you're I watched this interesting, like I'm a member of TVO Kids, and TV Ontario. There is this show on every night called The Agenda, and last night, because I'm Muslim, they talked about a very good topic of sex ed. In terms of the curriculum of Ontario, like in the current curriculum, they teach children very bad things. I won't say it because I don't believe in that dirty shit. Sorry for calling it dirty things. We don't talk about it, but it was discussed on this agenda show that I watch every night on TV Ontario, and every time I watch TVO Kids, I hear them say my name. Rayan is a board sponsor of TV Ontario. TVO Kids, because I'm a former TVO Kids crew. And And I watched it like religiously every time I came home from Sunnyview School, one of the best schools in Ontario for special needs, because they have the proper staff training, occupational therapist. I mean, this country is two thumbs up. I'm glad that I came here because I was born with this you know, developmental. Can I call it developmental? Yes, I can, because you know what? That's the fact. That's my reality, folks. I mean, currently I'm not driving yet because I have to book many appointments. First I have to book a referral, then I have to study the G1 license book, and I have to wait a year, at least 2 years, to get my learner's permit, to get my G1 and G2. G1 is for like the neighborhood, and excuse me, G2 is for the highways and byways and freeways, and life is a highway. It can go on for miles and miles. And excuse me, I didn't have Bubly, but I'm saving these coupons that are in this envelope. Bubly Smile Kit stand. I have like $90 worth of coupons given me. I'm sorry. They gave me from Autism Speaks Canada. I'm a proud supporter of them, and I will wear this proudly on my sweater vest. Not sweater vest. I have a sweater vest for the winter months. But for the summer I have this simple Kevin Owens style beanie. And another thing I have to tell you guys, this is related to my spatial analysis. The character of Bray Wyatt, that guy's totally like really scary for little children. He is totally out of his mind to scare little children. I don't know whether he gets fame and fortune from it, but I personally don't appreciate the character because I like Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens because he's Canadian. Sami Zayn, I don't like that much. I think he's he's not my favorite. Mustafa Ali, who's on SmackDown Live. Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar. This is going back to my love of wrestling. Dwayne Johnson, who was known as The Rock. It used to be Stone Cold Steve Austin was my favorite, but now it is Roman Reigns, because you know why? My name is Ray Rashid. And guess what? Roman Reigns initials is RR. So Roman Reigns Ray Rashid. Say matching. Peace out, guys. See you next time.